All right, Shalom. Before I start,
When did dark?
I'm sorry.
When did?
Yep. Give me before I start, I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakurash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim wa Akwath, learning, teaching, in truth and sincerity. Another video through the Spirit.
When did dark?
I'll just start over in a second. This one right here, only got this one clip, but she's gonna say some things that's profound, right? Some things that we know, but she's going on to talk about how, you know, amongst her culture, right, the East Indians, Elam, in which a certain faction of the Indians literally call themselves by a name, Tamil Elam, right? You know, the flag that they carry, it's a tiger with some stuff around it. They some of them actually know they're descendants of Elam, y'all. Interesting point, interesting little fact. Look up Tamil, what is it right here? Where's it at? I think she's gonna go on to say it a little bit later. Anyways, why do dark-skinned peoples of the planet Earth hate themselves? Who has taught everybody to worship paler skin? And is pale skin a benefit, or a does it put you closer to godliness? All right, when you know these scriptures, you know that this man, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, has brainwashed everybody to believe that his look is the righteous look. When you read the scriptures, it's actually quite the opposite. Now, being melanated doesn't make you great alone, right? Being the chosen people does, you know, because hey, we have our brothers and sisters, you know, not everybody is their proper shade. We'll all get that back in the kingdom, you know, so don't sweat it, don't stress it. But Esau Edom, through his white supremacy, right, Edomite supremacy, he has put out a campaign throughout the world that has brainwashed everybody and made everyone worship him and alter their bodies to try to look like him at their own peril and detriment. So if you know, when someone wants to hop up and say, oh, white people don't work, yes, you do. You are running the world. And one of the evidences of that is the fact that everyone wants to look, act, walk, and talk like you. So if you're running the world, then you hold responsibility, bitch ass nigga. Let's let it play.
And she's
When did dark skin become such a problem, especially in the Indian community? Nana,
Okay, right there, yeah, the lady she was speaking to, she mentioned Tamil. But right here, you know, this is a dark-skinned Elamite chick. You know, she's pretty, right? Ain't nothing wrong with her. But these women that she's talking to, they're saying she would look better if she was brighter skinned. Come on now.
Got me thinking, because in India, the divine is dark. Krishna literally means the dark one. Rama, dark like the rain cloud. Draupadi, beautiful, the OG dark feminist icon. Vishnu and Kali, dark blue, the color of divine. If darkness was ugly, why did the gods wear it with so much pride? Somewhere along the way, dark skin went from being just a shade to a problem to fix. Fair and Lovely ads, turmeric scrub, brown faces instead of actual dark-skinned actors. Everywhere we turn, the message is the same. Even the hit Tamil song "Karuppu Dhaan Enakku Pudicha Colour" couldn't convince our community to stop buying into this belief that dark skin is bad. Where did this dark is bad belief come from? Colonization, colonization, colonization. They didn't just colonize lands, they colonized our minds, how we see ourselves.
They didn't just colonize lands, they colonized minds. And that by far is the greatest. That is where the damage is at. That Esau has done, not only to the world and to the people, but literally to their minds. Hence, leaving people in a perpetual bugged out ass state. Now these Elamites, you know, they're idol worshippers, right? We're not justifying them or taking up for them. But she's speaking some truth right here. And when you know the history, who famously came and conquered and put the beats over India? The British Empire, right? The so-called white man under the name of Britain. And now, you know, England, you know, whatever the fuck they like calling themselves. Britain, Great Britain, England, all that bullshit, right? Same place. They're responsible for how, you know, bugged out these Elam is over there.
of what we value, what we believe. Light is civilized and attractive. Dark is uncivilized and unattractive. Listen, I can't talk about colorism without talking about one of its biggest roots. The billion-dollar destructive notion they sold and we kept buying. Shades tied to hierarchy designed to justify control and enforce inequality. Then they sold us the ultimate lie. Soaps, creams, powders, different labels, different countries, one same promise. Lighter skin, a better life. We fought the colonizers, got rid of them, well, some of them, but somehow decided to keep our minds colonized by their lies. Colorism didn't grow from our soil. The colonial hangover just runs real deep. Because the oldest traditions say dark is divine. The new one just sells you bleach. Stop buying it. The color isn't the problem. The lie is. When did dark skin?
The oldest traditions say that the dark is divine. The new ones sell you lies and bleach. And this is one of the ways, y'all, because I just did the video earlier in the week. This is one of the ways that we know. Hey, the people that everybody was dark skinned in the ancient world. Esau, Edom is the one who sticks out. And so he is, it was prophesied that he'd have power over the earth. And one of his other tools that he uses is manipulation. And he has manipulated everyone into believing that his appearance, is that to be desired. And in all actuality, y'all, it's a curse. Now, I just want to get this out of Genesis. Because remember, the first man to get hit with leprosy was Cain. And that curse was given to Cain. And at the same time, right, simultaneously, a blessing, or at least a protection, if you will, was laid upon him. Because of how he looked, y'all, after he murdered his brother, right? He was cursed with leprosy. He's gonna... Oh, that's not a parking spot. That lady parked all in the middle of this. I know that's a black woman. I know a black woman parked like that. I just know it was a black woman. I'm sorry, y'all. Cain was given a protection so that he wouldn't be killed on sight. Let's go take a look. Genesis 4. I'm gonna start at right here, 14. It says, "Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me." Right. So after he slew his brother, he was cursed. Right. And we know, this links up with the word, H226 for that word mark here. It's the same word in Exodus for sign, which that sign was when Moses took his hand out of his bosom and was leprous. So this is how we know that the sign, which is the mark given to Cain, was leprosy, right? So-called white skin. It says hand white as snow. After receiving this, right, Cain would obviously be up for grabs, right? People would want to kill him. His deed would go out, right, what he did, and people would want to take him out. So what did the Heavenly Father do for him? It says, "And Yahweh said unto him, Therefore, whosoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold. And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him." So bingo, right there, y'all. Not only was he given that mark, but he was also given a protection. If you were to do something to him, it'll come back on you. And we see that today, thousands of years later, dealing with Eve. If you touched him, you get paid back hard. They have an air of not only superiority, but invincibility that as of right now, we can't do nothing with. So with that protection over them, y'all, they used it to hover around the earth and essentially put folk in subjugation. Because you can't do nothing to them, you can't stop them. So now he's made everyone the mark that was given to him as a curse. He's made everyone worship it and look at it as if it's a blessing. In all actuality, it's not, y'all. When you read, matter of fact, in Leviticus, let me do this. Type this in. Let me get these. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm back in the store. You know me. We stay on the move. Leviticus Yep. Bingo, right here. Leviticus 13:3 says, and the priest shall look on the plague in the skin of the flesh, and when the hair in the plague is turned white, and the plague in the sight be deeper than the skin of his flesh, it is a plague of leprosy, and the priest shall look on him and pronounce him unclean. If the bright spot be white in the skin of his flesh, and in the sight be not deeper than the skin, and the hair thereof be not turned white, then the priest shall shut him up that hath the plague 7 days. So right here, and I've done a couple videos on this. You'll have people who, the term that Esau calls virilago today, just depending on where it starts, you might see a patch of their hair white come down and their whole skin. Right, this was a leprosy, y'all. This was a plague in the scriptures, and if you had this, you were to be set apart. This is not something to look up to and idolize. So what has he had to do to make people idolize it, y'all? He's had to do a heap ton of killing, a heap ton of media manipulation, right, to get things to where they are now. That's why it tells you, matter of fact, I'm gonna get this now. Was that 10:7? This is 10:7. Yep. Actually, it will start at 5. It says, there is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceedeth from the ruler. Folly is set in great dignity, and the rich sit in low place. This rich here is referring to the spiritually rich, the Israelites. Esau, Edom has been propped up high, and we've come down low. Verse 7, I've seen servants upon horses and princes walking as servants upon the earth. So, us, the initial ruling class, as it was supposed to be, we've been debased and put under him. And I'm in the wrong aisle. He's been holstered up and we've been debased. And it's supposed to be completely opposite. Let me get this clip right quick. Yep, right here. I got this clip. I've used this clip a couple times. If you frequent the channel, how the sun sees you. Now, right here, this picture right here, what do you see? Double E, face blotched up, spotted up. Let's dive in. So, made to look like the image of perfection, right? Perfect, right? Hollywood, picture perfect. Edom, right? That's how they're presented to us. We've watched all these movies, watched all these TV shows. They're the superheroes, they're the supermodels, all this and all that. But in nature, what are they? They're albinos. They're abnormal in all actuality, y'all. And like I said, hey, you got some of us dealing with this issue, but we're going to get our true shade back in the kingdom. It's a lot, get past this, folks. Although we know the truth, these people don't. So, many of them truly hold to that. You got some of your own family members make fun of you or not mess with you, off your shade. I remember growing up, hey, my mom's dark, my father's a little bit lighter. Motherfuckers will make fun of it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me let this play.
I won't live up to any expectations.
Turn this music down. So this is ultraviolet light being shined on. I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit. Now that's what it looks like when they put sunscreen on. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, I skipped over it by accident. I knew I was missing something. So you see how he actually is all blotched up and spotted up, right? In all actuality. And remember, y'all, hey, when we get those new bodies, we're gonna be on a whole nother level. We're gonna be able to truly see these people for what they are, right? Just like how Yahushua could. You can see in the people's spirits, know if the motherfuckers would. You best believe there's gonna be something about them, about E. You know, I could just imagine, right? For we very well might have the capability to view things in ultraviolet light. You know, pretty sure we will be able to whenever we want because we'll have them bodies. And Esau's gonna be looking blotted up and splotched up, just like how he is now with this camera. Look at that. The people with darker skin, clear and perfect, no blotches, no splotches. No blotches and no splotches. Why is that? Because Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua gave us a perfect coating of protection to be able to live down here on this planet. Esau Edom can't walk around completely naked. He'll literally get, skin blisters, right? So who really is the natural one? Who really is the chosen one? Come on, man. You know, and I remember when this shit came out. Look, this came out in 2014. I was in 10th grade when this shit came out. I remember seeing this when this first came out, and it was just like, damn. Everything they taught us was a lie. By then, when this hit? This hit August? Oh yeah. Actually, as a matter of fact, y'all, August 2014. That might have been one of them, I guess, if you will, the actual month I came into the truth, if you will, or a couple months prior. I'll say is when I started learning. Excuse me. Because I came into the camp, I was in the camp 2015, but I started learning in 2014. But it was right around this time. So learning the truth and then seeing a video like this, was hella, a hell of a mind fuck. Like, whoa, y'all. Hey, let me go to this, man. And it's something Esau, y'all. Don't let the preconceptions of this world, they don't fit on us. Don't let this man's standards affect your psyche and your self-esteem and morale. That's the spirit you have to shake off. We all learned that in the world. If you sitting here and try to tell me you never dealt with a little bit of self-hatred in the world, use a motherfucking lie out your fucking face. Use lying out your face, because that's what he pushes for. We just saw with that video with that Elamite girl. As pretty as she was, here it is. Those were elders of her village telling her she would look better if she was lighter. So what kind of a mindset do you think those elders were pushing on the girls? Go get you a white man. As much as everybody hates Esau Edom and the white man, what you think they was telling the girls to do? Go get them one. That's why Indian dudes love vitamins. Come on, y'all. It's clear that these people have control of the world. It's clear that they have the control of the minds of the people of the world. If you're trying to argue that, you're simply lying. You're simply being dishonest. All right. Songs of Solomon 1:5. I am black but comely, O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. God damn it. And brothers, hey, you gotta walk around, brothers and sisters, right? Sisters too for this one. You gotta walk around with that I'm black but beautiful spirit. I'm dead ass serious. I'm black and beautiful. And for, obviously, for the brothers and sisters of all shades and variations, some of us is darker, some of us is lighter. Yeah, even for you, so-called Israelite foreign brothers and sisters, just know that you're gonna get your true shade back. So it's not a knock towards you whatsoever. The Heavenly Father gave us this shade for a reason. Literally, Adam, of the ground, of the earth, y'all. The earth ain't, when you dig a shovel into the earth, it ain't white dirt coming up. Now here comes a scoffer. Well, in such and such an island, the dirt and the sand's white. Bitch ass nigga, 99% of the earth, when you stick a shovel in the ground, the dirt comes up brown and dark brown. End of discussion. Well, there's red clay and some. Shut up. Y'all know what it is, y'all. I'm Qadar and Cunley. Dark, right? Hey, there's certain brothers named Qadar. How about that, y'all? And hey, don't let this man shame you for that. You gotta walk with some. I don't want to use the term pride, but you have to walk with some confidence and some boldness in that. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai made us look this way for a reason. Shake off that mindset of Esau, Edom, and his white supremacist values and what he considers standards of beauty, because it's not. We are the standard of beauty, and it will be resurrected in this earth soon at the return of our Lord. All right, so I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim, Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom.